Hey everybody, I'm here today with Dellyn Lee from Dellyn Digital, who's also a huge member of the kind of LinkedIn gaming community. How you doing today, Dellyn?
Doing pretty well, man. Another
Yeah.
day, another experience.
I know that we talked just a little bit before I started the recording, but you said you got some rest in. You feeling like recharged after your
Yeah,
rest?
yeah.
Yeah.
I just got off the 9 to 5 and I just had a recharge for a good hour. I was about to take a nap and I was like, we're doing that right after. But but yeah, it was a good day, man.
That's good. I did some assignments this morning, and then I spent the rest of the day playing Minecraft until this started. We're doing our yearly 2 week Minecraft phase, my friends and I, so that's
Ah,
gonna be
nice.
fun. Yeah. So I'm just gonna jump into your first question here. So many of your experiences and skills are in talent acquisition and recruiting. How did you kind of enter these roles when you started your career?
Yeah, that's a good question. So to be quite honest, I've never really saw myself here being in talent acquisition and recruitment. I actually first got my degree in hospitality, and I wanted to be in the hotel industry back in St. Lucia. That's where my background is from. But I something inside of me say, hey, just switch into business. It's a lot more broad, it's a lot more general, so you can learn more things. So I got my degree in business, entrepreneurial business management. And then I came across this thing called HR, and I was like, "What in the world is HR?" Right? And then I learned that was like it was human resources, and I was like, "Okay, that's cool. I love working with people. Love seeing people level up and grow." And then I went to a certain branch called recruitment, and I came across that. The thing that I really love is talent acquisition because that's basically the difference between recruitment is more short term and talent acquisition is more long term. And I love the long term growth of someone from A, B, C, and up to Z in a sense. And it also fuses branding into it as well. So that's what I really love. I love making content and content creation and stuff like that. So that I feel like talent acquisition and marketing goes hand in hand. And that's what I really love. And that's where my skills kind of excel in. And I just kind of leaned into it. So I just kind of fell into talent acquisition and
Gotcha.
recruitment.
Would you say that talent acquisition and recruitment are kind of parts of HR, or is that like a separate
I
thing
would I
altogether?
would say some people might say it's like a little separate, but the HRE kind of things is like, onboarding someone, benefits. Hey, benefits, let's talk about benefits. So that type of stuff and like, you know, the employee and protecting the company sort of thing and talent acquisition and recruitment is basically getting the person inside the door. But the what separates the good recruiters from the recruiters is just you got to have that personality trait into it, and plus you got to be very considerate of the person because it takes wow you're applying to our company. You got to give them white glove service. You got to treat them with respect. And what's important is that you got to stay in communication with them and close the circle because closure is very important to myself and honestly to job seekers because all these ghost jobs and ghosting and stuff like that and not getting an answer and it's not good. It leaves people wondering, so it's good to kind of close the circle when it comes to those kind of things. Say it's a branch for sure.
It's
It's
a
like a
branch.
branch of HR. Yeah.
Gotcha. As a recruiter, you've kind of worked in various industries. Most of what you do on LinkedIn kind of the gaming community is kind of volunteer work outside of your 9 to 5. Um,
Yeah.
would you ever like to transition into gaming, like talent acquisition in gaming, or um, are you kind of content with just continuing Dellyn Digital after your 9 to 5?
That's a that's a good question, man. So I always wanted to kind of be in the video game industry since I was 4. I think I made a recent post about that too on LinkedIn. But I always wanted to be in the game industry ever since I was little. Like I did my capstone presentation on the video game industry, and I'm aging myself. Like in 2024 when the PlayStation 6 was out, not PlayStation 6, PlayStation 3 is out at $600 kind of thing. And I kind of
Yeah.
made a capstone presentation on it. I got a B plus on it. That's awesome. So I always wanted to be in the industry, but after my, layoff in 2024 kind of thing, it kind of opened my eyes and I said, you know what, let me just press start on this and just kind of get out there. And that's how I came across Amir. I came across him and his amazing community, and I said to myself, I'm in the middle of building Dellyn Digital up. I I would love to do some volunteer work there, so I do some mentorship there. I help people with resumes, job searching strategy, and their cover letters, and just seeing that progression in people, it kind of lights me up, right? It doesn't even feel like I'm working at times, and I was able to meet Amir in real life at the I think it was the Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom launch in New York City, and I was able to kind of observe him and see how he moves and talk to people. And gamers are really down to earth, right?
Mm.
We're really down to earth, and we love the games. They're very passionate about things. And I said to myself, yeah, this is the right direction where I needed to be. And then I came across Justin, Games for Love, and he was looking for a lot of, like, a few recruiters at the time. I said to myself, I'm just going to just put my application and see what happens. And lo and behold, now I'm able to work with Games for Love right now and helping out children with the power of video games. And I said to myself, wow, this all happened in the span of the year after that little bit of a gut punch moment. And it's amazing how where life will take you. So in actuality, I'm kind of technically am working in the video game industry
Yeah.
at this point, just not for money, but I'm still showcasing my skills and adding value to others in the industry. And I feel like that's a start for me. That's actually more than enough for me.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you a question following up the Amir Satvat story that you had, but I actually looked and I've got a question later on about it, so we'll go
Oh,
back to
okay,
that.
cool. Okay.
Um, but I mean, how's Games for Love been? If you want to talk a little bit about that, that's like the nonprofit organization. Right? I looked at your LinkedIn a little
Yep.
bit, and it's like a nonprofit. Do you want to describe that a little bit to the audience?
Yeah, of course. So to be honest, I'm actually really, really new. I actually am 2 weeks in. So it's basically is a not-for-profit organization that's based in, this is from the top of my head, based in Seattle. And they actually do help kids with distraction therapy. And that's going to be through, video games. They also do, live streams and things like that. They actually build games too, with that aspect of things, and actually helps kids throughout their whole life until, like, adulthood and onwards kind of thing. So that's what the organization is about. It's basically helping kids with the power of video games, and it's all volunteer kind of stuff, and it's a great cause. I mean, I think it first started up like in 2018, I believe. And I was saying to myself, man, I've never heard of them. But I'm guessing now, we're in the process of like ramping up because we're looking for people. Like I just posted that thing about we're looking for a fundraiser director right now, and a couple lead roles. And then once we have those lead roles, that's when we just blow it out the water and look for Unity developers, artists, 3D designers, 2D designers, and really blow this thing out the water. So it's a great cause, quite honestly.
Yeah, looks like a great cause. I'll probably link it in the description or something and look into it a little bit more myself. But going forward a little bit, you're using your experience in recruiting and talent acquisition. You started Dellyn Digital in 2023 with the focus of helping people find jobs in games. You kind of offer all sorts of, you know, I guess mentoring on different aspects, but we'll get that into a little
Mhm.
bit. But kind of what motivated you to create Dellyn Digital?
Yeah, so like I said before, I do a lot of like video editing and things like that, and I did that in my last role that I was at. I actually took the initiative, and it wasn't in my job description. I said, "Wow, our marketing is not it's not the best, and I know I could do better with this." So I made the YouTube pages and stuff like that, and I actually put ideas out there saying we could do this, we could do this, because like I said earlier in the discussion, talent acquisition and marketing, they're like this, they go like that, and I was flexing my skills there, and because of that, and actually working and doing talent acquisition and connecting with people, and hiring people and stuff like that, I was able to raise the Glassdoor and Indeed scores, like the Glassdoor score from like a 2.6 to a 3.5, because of those things that I put into place. And one day I had like an idea. It was like shot out the sky kind of thing. And I said to myself, you know what, it's time. It's time to press start on myself. I have a lot of video game puns, apologize, but
Yeah, you
pre-
do.
press press start on myself and like move forward with these ideas. Like what's stopping me, really? So I kind of sat down on a Friday and I just banged out a 40-page business plan over the weekend, not in the one day. That's crazy. And and I just put it into fruition. I started making YouTube videos. I started networking more and posting a lot more on LinkedIn, and just the whole thing around Dellyn Digital is like I want to help any job seeker that loves playing video games. Or if you're in the video game industry, you're a nurse, you're a construction worker, if you play video games and you're on the job hunt, I've been in like talent acquisition HR for like 9+ years. So I've seen a lot of resumes. Let me help you gamify the job hunt so you can make it educational and fun, right? Because we all know going on the job hunt, especially alone, it's crazy. You'll probably go crazy if you do it alone, and it's a lot easier having someone there by your side and being a accountability partner with you, so you could kind of hit those goals and network more, because it's the job market's changed and things are different. So you definitely got to do things a lot differently now when it comes to the job hunt, and even in your career with all these layoffs that's going on. So that's what made me want to press start on Dellyn Digital is coaching. I'm in the process of making a course as well. I'm refixing the website, and I'm making a lot of free content on YouTube, and I'm actually going to be getting myself a MacBook Pro here soon, so I could actually start doing live streams and like doing resume roundups and LinkedIn level ups, and a whole lot of cool ideas is coming down the pipeline in 2025. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Just to go back a little bit though,
Yeah.
you know, you did mention you've got a lot of video game puns, and I think I've
Yeah.
spoken I've spoken to you about that a few times in our kind of LinkedIn conversations. I mean, uh, have you found that it's more effective to do? I like the puns, so I'm not like making fun of it, but have you found that
Oh,
it's
okay,
more
good.
effective? Have you found that it's more effective to kind of use those gamer puns, I guess, in the LinkedIn community than just, I don't know, like an average everyday post or anything? Have you found that it gets more engagement and better metrics when you kind of, because a lot of your posts are like um, not that I'm explaining to you, but just for anybody that may not be familiar with it, who's watching, a lot of Dylan's posts are gamified in the sense that they may follow a specific video game for a particular post. You had a Squid Game one recently, which isn't a video game, but it's still pop
Yeah,
culture. So,
yeah.
ha- have you found that it gets you more engagement, or it works better and kind of drawing eyes to your content?
So what's really important is adding value to others, and that's the key thing that I want to do on LinkedIn. But I've done a lot of research on it. Like people look on their phones and go on LinkedIn, and they probably spend like 7 to 8 minutes on their phones, right? On
Mm.
LinkedIn, they want to go in there, get value, leave to go to work, kind of thing, or just watch YouTube or something like that. So adding value is like the forefront of it, and plus I'm really honed into my like clientele that I actually want to help is people that understands playing video games, right? And it's also a little broad in that sense, is because the actual value that you're getting out of it, everyone is probably, a lot of people have been on the job hunt, but not a lot of people understand how to write a resume or a cover letter, or how to network, or how to use LinkedIn. Some people are still using LinkedIn like a job board, which is mind blowing to me, because it's a social media site first that has jobs on a second. If you want to put a percentage on it, like 90-10% job board, 90%
Yeah.
social media kind of thing. And that's what I use for my content. and I feel like it's really engaging. I was at 300 subscribers last year. Now I'm at like 44100.
Yeah.
So it's been growing because of that. People are like loving the content. I fuse those video game puns into it. Like this recent video that I'm gonna post for next Friday is gonna have some Call of Duty puns in there as well. Like instead of spraying and praying, you gotta snipe, you gotta sit down, hold, and snipe, and make sure you look at the job that's the best fit for you and your roles, and kind of give you some action items on how to do that. It makes it a little fun instead of the boring, okay, you do this, you do that, you do that, see me in the next video.
Yeah.
No, it's you got to make it fun and educational, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, I think you're doing a great job. I really like
Oh, thanks.
the stuff. So at Dellyn Digital, you help with the resume writing, resume reviews, mock interviews, and more. Um, as you talked about earlier, you kind of help with Amir Satbat's game community um, as well as games for love. But
Mhm.
how does it feel just kind of like helping others all the time? I mean, a lot of your content is geared towards helping others. You're helping others with Amir's community. But like, what's that feeling like? How's that kind of
I-
motivate you
I'm
in the
gonna
long
be
run?
I'm gonna be real honest with you. It's like one of the best feelings I've had during my whole time in my actual career, right?
Really?
Like doing volunteer work. It's insane, right? Just actually sitting down, helping someone, and they come back later saying, "Wow, Dellyn, you helped me with this, this, and this, and this. Thank you so much." And I'm like, I just have to pause in my day saying, "Wow, that's great." Like the other day, someone commented on my one of my YouTube videos saying, "I'm only here because you really helped me with ghost jobs, dodging ghost jobs, and know how what to look for when it comes to ghost jobs, and I thank you for that." Right? Those are the little things that keeps you going. I mean, yeah, I didn't get paid. I'm not getting super super rich. That's not the main focus, right? The focus is helping others, adding value, and all that stuff will just come eventually, right? Like seeing someone grow, and that's how I'm like building like connections and honestly friendships in my network, and it's a great feeling. It's I really can't explain it, but volunteering, having some form of volunteering in your life will make you that much happier, I feel.
Mhm. I mean, it must be effective, I look at your LinkedIn page and you've been growing and following count at like a crazy rate. I think like when we connected, it may have been 4 or 5 months ago, you had like 1,000 followers. You're at like 4,100 uh, right
It's
now.
insane to me. It's
Yeah.
insane because I'm people know they could sniff that stuff out. If you're not having fun, and if you're being fake in a sense, they can sniff that out, right? And granted, I do post a lot. I think I post every day, but
You do post a lot.
but it's like it's always geared towards this one thing: video games, job hunting. If it's a holiday like Pets Day, like the other day, I'll show a picture of my cat and dog and stuff. It's personal, right? It's just being human.
Yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, no, you post quite frequently. I actually have your post notifications on because
Oh wow.
I
Yeah, I
put
do
on
post a lot.
well, I put on the post notifications for everyone that I want to interview.
Ah,
And
sweet. Smart.
so I have yours on and you post so frequently and um just to clear the air, like each one of your posts has a lot of content. So for people
Yeah.
hearing this, him posting frequently isn't like you're just posting whatever. Like most of your posts have something to them that gives them value for the most part. But it's getting to the point where it's almost like how it feels when I get like a news headline on my phone or like a notification from Instagram where it's just like, oh, there's another post from Dellyn. Like it's just
Yeah,
so regular now.
and it's on routine too, because
Yeah.
I just kind of talk a little bit about the content strategy there. I post at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time of a nice regular main post about a certain topic within the job hunting kind of aspect, and there's a lot of things I could talk about there. And then around 2 o'clock, I have one of my shorts that I have from one of my YouTube videos. Right, I have a nice, good, probably 15-second, 30-second snippet of value. And then around 7 o'clock p.m., I have, because I love anime. I have an inspirational anime quote there just to end the night. And then I just do that 3 times a day, Monday through Friday. On Saturdays, I actually just started something new just to reintroduce myself since I'm getting so much followers at this point. Some people won't even know who I am. So I have a just a picture of myself, who am I, how I add value to you, bada bing, bada boom, that's it. And then on Sunday, that's when I have the newsletter, and that's why I just kind of plug the newsletter there and just start the week all over again.
Yeah, it's a lot. So but it's been working for you, it looks like.
Yeah.
Uh, moving forward a little bit, you actually talked about your YouTube channel a little bit already, and my next question is about your YouTube channel.
Hmm.
Uh, in addition to your work on LinkedIn, you started a YouTube channel where you kind of post job seeking tips, resume tips, just tips for getting in the industry. How has that been for you as a creative outlet? How have you enjoyed that as a creative outlet?
Man, it's been amazing. I love. I know some people might not like this, but I love the aspect of like making videos and like editing videos as well, to the point where I'm like thinking about like doing a service out of that. But one thing at a time, got to focus on the course and stuff like that. But quite honestly, it's great. I mean, and just trying to understand how to grow and how to put my image out there and stuff like that, and really focusing on the thumbnails and the titles and the packaging, and that's really important. And that actually correlates to job hunting, because if your resume is not a good format, it's not going to get viewed in a sense. So a lot of correlations I'm kind of clicking with me when it comes to job hunting and being a content creator. It's quite interesting, really, and I'm having fun with it. My computer is a potato, so I have been looking at a lot of Macs and stuff. I'm like, okay, I need something that matches my speed, because now I'm at this point where I can make a lot of content, and I'm really geeky when it comes to like the different systems that I have in place and tools that I have to make the process enjoyable and more streamlined. So it's been fun seeing the analytics go up and go down and understanding why, and it's really filling that creative outlet for me. You know, it's
Yeah.
making me a better writer in a sense, a better person in a sense. It's cool.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think there's always something of value that comes from kind of making videos. I think that my skills at kind of just talking to people in general and listening have become far better since starting these interviews.
Okay, I
And
bet.
if you look at my first ever interview, it's very much so like, "Hello, nice to meet you." Like, "How are
I'm
you
going to
doing?"
I'm going to watch that
Uh,
video right after
yeah,
this
it's
and
very
just see the
awkward.
transition.
Yeah, but I and it kind of builds your confidence, and I'm assuming it's the same thing with you that your confidence rises with each new
Oh
video
gosh,
or
yeah.
anything you put up.
Like putting
Yeah,
yourself out there, you're going to get trolls. You're going to get trolls, and fortunately I only had 2 trolls, and it was every time when you get a troll, it's a great feeling, because you know why? You're getting out there more. And
yeah,
that's what I'm starting to notice, right? I mean, maybe I'll just kind of interact with them saying, "Oh, haha, nice joke. That's a good one. That's a 2003 kind of joke, but it's okay. It's good. It's good." But it really levels you up in that aspect of things, saying it's a big world. Not a lot of people's going to like it, but there's going to be a few people that really, really like it, and those are your true fans and true
yeah,
supporters.
for sure. Um, yeah, I think I got a troll one time. He commented, it wasn't on YouTube, it was like on one of my Instagram reels or something. He told me to get a job. So,
Ah, okay. All right. So
um,
watch when you refine your process and get super big, and people start coming to you for brand deals and all that cool stuff, and you're just going to be laughing at the
yeah.
bank while helping others, and he's just going to be where he's at today. So you press start, you went forward with it, and that's what's important.
And that's what it's all about, really. It's like about refining skills and just kind of, networking. This has been great for me and meeting people. I would
Mhm.
never have the chance to talk to you otherwise.
I'm telling you, it's
We live
crazy.
states away. So it's been a lot of fun. But so those are actually all my questions in related to your career and stuff. But
Okay.
if you've seen my interviews before, you know that at this point I kind of have like fun filled questions.
Okay.
So number one, and this is not a trick question, but everybody seems to act like it is.
Hmm.
What's your favorite game of all time?
Man, that's oh, I wasn't ready for that one. Okay, favorite game of all time. You know what? That one's easy because I actually got my only tattoo from it. It's Gears of War.
Really?
It's my favorite game of all time. The franchise is amazing. Gears of War really kind of struck a chord with me back in high school, and just the story and the gameplay and the weapons. Like I made a video about about it as well because I'm so
Yeah.
hyped for Gears of War E Day, them going back to their roots. But yeah, I love the gameplay, man. The multiplayer, the single player mode, it was just like all one package, and man, they really did good with that. Epic Games did good on that,
Yeah.
and Coalition too. They make some good bangers there too for that.
I
So I'm looking forward for the new one.
played the first three in middle school, but I played them out of order. I think I
Ah,
played the second one, then I played the first one, then I played the third one. So I don't know
okay.
why I did it like that, but do you have the cog, just like the cog with the skull in it?
I actually have Dominic's tattoo
Oh,
with the
really?
heart and the angel. There's no name in it. There's no name. I just like the whole structure of it and stuff like that. And I was like, man, that's
Yeah.
like a cool ass tattoo. And I just got it on. I think I was 18 when I got it. I got to
Yeah.
scroll back to those pictures and probably make a post about it and be like, hey, this is me then. This is me now.
Well,
So yeah.
I I have Ellie's tattoo from The Last of Us. So,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Man, that's one game I still need to. I kind of watched the playthrough for The Last of Us 1, and I said to myself, you know what, I should probably just buy it since I really like this story. So I'm kind of holding off and probably going to get it on PC, but right now I don't have a PC, I have a potato. So, and I don't think Mac is going to be able to run
No.
that or use it, but I have a Steam Deck and that's been awesome. So I'm kind of sitting patiently waiting for Valve to make a set top box again because I'm hearing rumors about them coming out with another set top box, and I might just do that.
Yeah. Well, I would play it as soon as you can. It's one of my favorite games of all time, if not my favorite. I love the story of The Last of Us and The Last of Us 2. I know the second one is controversial for some people and very
Yeah,
divisive, but I like both of them. I love both of them equally.
that's awesome.
But what are you playing right now?
What I'm playing right now. So right now I'm playing a lot of Kingdom Come Deliverance 1. Got it on sale last year, and it's man, it's whew, that game is so good. I love
Yeah.
RPGs too. And it's giving me Skyrim vibes without the magical shenanigans, and it's so good. It's brutal too. You really gotta really take your
Yeah.
time, and really like the save system in that game because you really got to be smart with it as well. So I've been playing a lot of that. Been playing Hades 2 on my Steam Deck. Man, that game is great. If you ever played Hades, it's like a roguelike game, but a little different because they actually have cool story elements in it as well, and it's so good. So
Yeah.
good. It's addicting too. Aside from those two, I think that's honestly it that's been playing. I do have to get back to playing Mario Wonder because I play that with my wife, so I gotta get back to that one. But those are the two games I've been really fixated on is those two.
Awesome. Well, actually, I have to play Kingdom Come Deliverance. I got it on sale a while ago too, but I haven't touched it
Mm.
yet. I've been playing BioShock 2. I
Oh,
don't know if you've
that's a
ever
good
played
one.
Bio. Is
Oh,
it really?
I played all of them. It's great, man.
I've
Great.
heard from a lot of people that it's like the best one. So,
Yeah, I would say that.
yeah,
Yeah, I would say that. It's pretty good. I like it more than Infinite.
really.
Yeah,
Um,
the
I've
third
heard
one.
that
Yeah.
the story in Infinite's kind of confusing or there's like some plot holes or something like that. I'll probably play it,
Yeah,
but
it's when you play it and when you reach the end, let's talk about it because it's a little weird.
well, I
When you
don't
really think about it, yeah.
I I think I know a plot twist that happens towards the end.
Oh no.
But I won't say it here in case anybody's
Okay, yeah.
playing BioShock. But
It's been a long time. People should have played that game if they
yeah.
wanted to.
So I also do blind rankings. So I'm gonna give you a
Oh,
prompt, and there's five video game characters that I've got. And you're gonna blind rank them one after the other based on the prompt.
oh
Um,
man. Okay.
so usually I use my iPad to, which is to the right here, to kind of write
Hmm.
down what you say as you say it, but the app I use for note taking just died. Like it told me
Oh
I
no.
can't take it. It says I can't take any more notes, but luckily I got my flashcard here, so
Okay,
let me
maybe you should look into Notion. I've been doing some research on Notion a lot, so who
yeah.
knows?
All right. So you're gonna rank these five video game leaders based on how well you think they would be as an office manager. Just think of your average
Oh wow.
office. Um,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So your first person is Big Boss.
Oh God, big boss. I, hmm. I would say number two.
Number two.
Number two for big boss.
All right. Then you've got Commander Shepard.
Ah, that man. I don't know what's the other ones. Oh, number three. Number
Number
three.
three. Okay.
Hopefully, it's not Renegade.
Sly Cooper.
Oh man. Such a good game, but as a leader, as an office, number four.
Number four.
Yeah.
All right. So you've got one and five left. Zelda.
Number one.
Number one.
Yeah. She
I
knows her
think
stuff,
you,
man. She's wise.
yeah, I think you got a pretty good, you're pretty safe with your number five. You've got Captain Quark from the Ratchet and Clank games.
Okay,
Uh,
yeah, five.
yeah.
It's like Cooper's way better. At least for office manager, yeah.
Okay. And then my second one here, I've got two blind rankings. So this
Okay.
one, you're going to rank five games, one being based on how difficult they are, one being hardest, five being easiest.
Okay. Got it.
But they're all pretty hard games that I got.
Okay.
Um,
We'll see.
so your first game up is Sekiro.
Oh, God. Okay, that's mm, I would say three.
Three. Okay.
Yeah. If we're going with hard games and you start with Sekiro, yeah, three.
Um, Super Meat Boy.
Oh, so many so many hard nights with that game. I I would say two.
Two.
God.
All right. Geometry Dash.
Oh,
Pretty hard in the later levels, I think.
four. Four. They gotta be a harder one here.
All right. Once again, you got one in five. Um, Cuphead.
Five. Hope it
Five.
wasn't hard.
I think
It
Cuphead's pretty hard. And
wasn't
then,
it wasn't that brutal.
well, then if you're comfortable with that at five, that's good for you. And then Hollow Knight is your number one. I don't know
Hollow
why I
Knight's
asked. Yeah.
hard?
For some,
Okay,
yeah.
it's number one. Oh man, Sekiro would have been one then, if
Yeah.
that was me. But man, I cannot wait for the second one. Oh my God, it's taking
Silk
so
Song.
long. Yeah, so long. I'm waiting, man. I'm waiting.
Yep. Good things come with time, man. Good things come with
Yeah.
time. But the that's it for the most part. Thank you so much for
All
coming
right.
on and talking with me.
Anytime, man. This is
Um,
great, man. I love this.
yeah, it was awesome. My last thing before we head off is, do you have anything you'd like to add?
No, man, this is a cool podcast. I'm looking forward to more of them. I'm going to be
Thanks.
checking your backlog now.
Yeah,
You're on YouTube and Spotify or
I'm just on YouTube. I've been thinking
on
about going
YouTube.
on
Okay, cool.
Spotify. Maybe I should go on Spotify, but
Yeah, I think that's another cool outlet for you. You have the video
yeah,
aspect on YouTube, and then you have the, just the podcast version. Probably snip it at the part where actually no, you could do the games on there too because you don't need a visual effect. You'll just enhance it on YouTube. So yeah, that'll be cool.
awesome. Well, thanks so much. Again, everybody, this was Dellyn from Dellyn Digital. Hope you have a good one.
Take care, guys.
See ya.